Hello, I'm Jashikins, and welcome to another episode of Raven Speaks. Now, this is yet another video I'm making where the camera's there, and where it's showing my feed is over here. So, since I'm still sort of new to this setup, if you see me leaning slightly this way, that's why, because I'm seeing my beautiful face over here. Hi. But anyways, The Raven Speaks is a series of weekly videos about a variety of subjects. Feel free to comment below to suggest the topic for a future episode. And while this is Game of Thrones, and a lot of these The Raven Speaks have been Game of Thrones, feel free to suggest a video about a different fandom. I am in more fandoms than Game of Thrones. I'm also in Animorphs and a bunch of others. So, comment below. I'd love if one day this whole entire series was made on viewer request, but that's probably far in the future. So let's continue with this video. Months after the series finale of Game of Thrones, people are still debating Daenerys Targaryen's turn to villainy. At least those that don't believe the citizens of King's Landing deserve death. Never mind that of all the groups of the show, the common people that were massacred are the most like us, but that's a whole different video. Anyways, Daenerys' burning of the Khals is brought up as proof that she was always going to turn. I agree, as she didn't have to kill them that way to bring most of the Dothraki to her side. Part 1. The moment she could have turned away. Daenerys Targaryen could have easily escaped without having to burn the Khals. For her, it wasn't a life or death matter. Jorah Mormont and Daario Naharis came to rescue her in the night. She didn't need to stay and kill anyone in that moment. Like most of her great and horrible decisions, she made the decision to kill the Khals on a purely emotional basis. She did not want to think of another way to do things. Now, the Dothraki provided her with a great fighting force, so could she really abandon the chance to expand her power? She could still get the Dothraki to her side. It would just take a little more time, but not too much time. Part 2. Another way to inspire fear and loyalty in all of the Dothraki. From the show's versions of events, we know that Drogon eventually returned to Daenerys. So all she would have to do is call for a dragon after leaving Vos Dothrak. She would then return to the. My words are. I can't speak tonight. Okay, let's start that paragraph again. We can do this. We can do this, folks. From the show's versions of events, we know that Drogon eventually returned to Daenerys. So all she would have to do is call for her dragon after leaving Vos Dothrak. She would then return to the Dothraki city riding her dragon. Daenerys would then make the offer to the. I don't know, it's like the word Dothraki tonight is like making all other words fade from my mind for some reason. I do not know why, folks. I do not know why. I remember one day, whenever I tried to say, Peter Dinklage, when I try to say Dinklage, I would just break into laughter. I have no clue why my body just does things sometimes. I guess tonight it's Dothraki. Daenerys, okay, let's start again with that paragraph. We can do this. We can do this. Daenerys would then make the offer to the Dothraki to join her, run away, or die. I highly doubt any Dothraki would want to flee due to how that would be talked about in the future. But that option would be on the table nonetheless. The Khals could challenge her again, and it would only be fitting for her to burn them then. This way of acting would still let Daenerys keep her Dothraki army while showing her morality and strength as a leader. Any deaths that would occur would not be because of a spur of the moment decision, but because of a plan that was thought out. Part 3: Lesson of the Red Wedding. Why was the Red Wedding important? What lesson did it teach us besides that we couldn't count on the main characters to live? It taught us that there is a difference between attacking a man that can fight back and one who can't. That it is honorable to fight a man that can fight back, while it is cowardly to attack one who can't. Tywin Lannister is of the opinion that the ends justify the means. He wouldn't think Daenerys did anything wrong, as she was able to both expand her army and kill her enemies in one swift motion. But do you really want to have your hero agree with that man's version of justice? I love Tywin, but he's not the guy you go to for morality. I mean, damn. Reigns of Castamere. Anyways, part 4. Daenerys was supposed to be different. But why should any of this matter? Because Daenerys promised to break the wheel and to leave the world better than she found it. She demands to be held to a higher standard, so that is what I'm doing. And that is something some fans don't seem to get. Daenerys wants to be better than other people. This means when she does something that everyone else does, we can't give her a pass for that. She wants to make the world a better place, so she would need to avoid all the traps that others fall into. Yet, time after time, she does things the same or worse than others. This showed that she never wanted to make the world a better place. She just wanted to do what she wanted. Sometimes that had a good outcome, such as freeing the slaves. And sometimes it didn't, such as the burning of King's Landing. People like Jorah Mormont saw her going along a noble path and died for that belief. I too think that Daenerys could have been the hero of the series, but she decided to let her darker side rule in the end. So, do you agree with my opinions about Daenerys not having to burn the Khals? Do you agree with that or not? And also, do you think that whether she burned the Khals or not that way is foreshadowing that she was going to turn to villainy? Why or why not? Please comment below. Yay! Sorry, I was thinking of going to stretch, but yeah. That's scary if you don't know what you're looking at. But anyways, also, besides answering those questions, feel free to leave a suggestion for a topic for a future video. I would love to talk about what you would like to hear about, so that people will be more likely to watch me because I'm talking about what they want to talk about. They want me to talk about. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future installments of The Raven Speaks. And I'm probably going to eventually change the whole, title card. That may be a little bit in the future after maybe I do like 50 or 100 episodes and a little change up there. And if you're watching this on my blog and watching on the desktop version of my blog, please choose the follow by email option so you never miss out on any of my blog content, which is awesome. I do fan fiction, I do reviews, I analyze things. There's a bunch of stuff to look forward to. And this is where I'm going to leave you tonight. I got 2 videos out today, so yay. I don't think I'm going to do another dramatic reading. My usual Amherst dramatic reading on Friday. I'm going to work on the title card for the next book, so Monday is most likely when you'll see another video by me, so have fun. Have a good weekend, since this is probably going to be the last video I'll be doing before the weekend, so bye. Stay safe. Don't drink and drive.